Hello. This is the first time we are going to work and develop a simple web page and eventually publish that web page somewhere on the web. Now, to start or to create a page, what you need is just a text editor, and to do that one, let's say open a notepad. In the notepad, what we need to do is start with typing HTML and close that one by HTML tag. Then, as you know, that each HTML page has got two sections, head and body. In the head sections, I add title, which is the title of the page, title, and then I have body sections here, and H1 for the heading, which is you can have some kind of like a section headings, and then paragraph. Now, usually we have problem with adding some text. To do that one, what I would recommend is you can have some placeholder text. You don't have to type some text just like a text test. There's no point of doing that one. Let's say we are going to open a browser and go to this website. IFSU. You can search for it. Lorem Ipsum, which is a good website, and it will give you some placeholder text. For example, here I said I want 5 paragraphs. It will generate some text which doesn't mean anything, but it will help you to make your website looks good, and I will paste that text here. That's it. That is my first web page ready. Save it, and in this case I'm going to save it in my local computer somewhere on here. I've created already a week 2 folder, subfolder. Let's say I will put my file there and I call it test.htm. Right? That's why you are going to save your file in your local computer. It could be your H drive, it could be your pen drive, it doesn't matter. Okay? Save. That's done. The next thing I need to do is I need to go to my web server. Where is my web server? Okay? You can open a file browser, and in the file browser just type /Java, and that is your web server. You have access only to web folder, okay, and then choose 20131, and then you will see your student ID somewhere there. Let's say I am student 1 2 3 4 5 6. All right, and again, that's where you should be able to edit. I've already created a subfolder called week 2, and here we go. That's nothing there. All I need to do is I need to go back to my C drive, get my file, copy it, and bring it here and paste it to my web server folder. Okay, now instead of one thing you can do, instead of typing this every time, you can make it as a network drive, mapping it as a network drive. If you go to, for example, say tools, map network drive, you can create a subfolder. For example, here choose any of these sub names that you like, drive names that you like. You can say U, and then just type again Java web and soft 20131, and then your number N012345 Let's give it a name, and I've given it already name because I already used W. Just you use any other name you like, doesn't matter, and make sure that you say reconnect at logon. Next time, if I want to come to the server, I don't have to type that address again. If I just type U, for example, it should go straight to my web server. Okay, now let's see where your file is and how you can see that one through a web browser. Now open your web browser, this time http java. Either you can type java.ads.ntu.ac.uk or just Java will work here, and then web folder. Okay, and then you should be able to see 131, and then again you should be able to see your subfolder. For example, I am student 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I go there, and that is my week 2 and then HTML page. That is my URL. Okay, that means I can share it with other people and everyone should be able to see this page from anywhere. Now what we need to do is we need to make this page a little bit more complicated. It's very simple at the moment. We need to add some pictures, we need to add some more section headings, and that is what we are going to work later on. The next thing I want to do is I want to add some images and some links to my website. Now let's start with adding a picture. To do that one, here I've created a subfolder called images in my main kind of folder, and I can put all my pictures and everything in that subfolder. The best format of the picture that you can use should be JPEG and PNG, let's say, and GIF. Let's work with JPEG. I've already downloaded this picture and I'll copy that one into my to include the picture. You can use img tag. That's what I've done. Say img src, which is a source, and then quotation mark images, which is the name of the subfolder, because everything is relative to the root of the root to your main page. That's why here I've got images, and then for example ntu.jpg. Then I added an alt, which is a text in case someone cannot see the actual picture, and then I said a width of 200. I can change that one to 300 if I want to. Now let's save that one, and I've already published that one. And if I go and just check my website again, now here, yeah, I've got the university logo or any other pictures included in my website. Now the next things I want to do is I want to add a link or a hyperlink to this page. Let's say I add this paragraph, say paragraph, click here for more information, and I close the paragraph tag. To have a hyperlink, you need to use anchor, which is start with A and then href quotation mark and the URL of the link to where this should be linked to. That is a URL of the, for example, facebook.com, and then close that, and the text that is going to be underlined is going to be there, and at the end the anchor should close here, which is at the end of the text, and the rest will continue for that paragraph. Let's save it, publish it, and just go to the websites and refresh it, and we should be able to see this line or this paragraph added here. Click here for more information, and if I click there, I should go to Facebook. Now you can add more HTML tags like tables, like forums, and other things which we are going to work with in the next 4 or 5 weeks. That's why it would be enough, this whatever you've done for this week. Thank you very much.